evening and welcome to Lagos Update on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. This program highlights the activities of the Lagos State Governor and other state events. I'm Adeola Akindele. In the highlights of the program today, Governor Sanwo-Olu expresses optimism on completion of all major ongoing projects in the state. This and more after this time out. We'll begin today with this story. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has described 2022 as a year of consolidation for his administration to complete major projects and advance conversation towards a greater Lagos. Governor Sanwo-Olu stated this on Sunday at this year's annual Thanksgiving service, the 23rd in its series, with the theme Songs of Thanksgiving, held at the Lagos House, Ikeja.
Praise His name, for the Lord is good. His mercy and loving kindness are everlasting. His faithfulness endures to all generations. Indeed, the faithfulness of the Almighty endures to all generations. His mercies and goodness have been abundant upon us as individuals, as a family, as a state, as a church, as one body, and as a nation. Every new year comes with opportunity to start afresh, to dream new dreams, and to envision new vision of personal change, of self-improvement, of pursuit of new levels, and a vista of our lives.
Wife of the Lagos State Governor, Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, read the first Bible reading from Psalm 100, verse 1 to 5.
We are His people and the sheep of His pasture. Enter into His gates with thanksgiving and into His courts with praise. Be thankful to Him and bless His name.
Earlier, in his welcome address, Commissioner for Home Affairs, Anofiwe Legushi, noted that God deserves their thanksgiving for all the successes and achievements of the Sanwo-Olu administration in various sectors, including health, education, housing, judiciary, infrastructure renewal, among others. Elegushi appreciated the incomparable peace and religious harmony over the years and security, which has made the state a haven of investments, business opportunities, and prosperity.
As we commence the journey into year 2022, I implore us to continue to be law-abiding, do due diligence in carrying out our civic responsibilities, and also ensure that we continue to observe the safety protocols of the COVID-19. It is my prayer that this year will be a way better and more fulfilling than previous years.
Meanwhile, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu on Sunday reiterated the strict enforcement of the ban imposed on the activities of commercial motorcycles, popularly called Okada, in 6 local government areas and 9 local council development areas of the state, as well as highways and bridges. The governor, who made the announcement during the annual Thanksgiving service at the Lagos House, Ikeja, stated that the enforcement of the road traffic law would also be stepped up. Governor Sanwo-Olu said Lagosians should expect the 37 kilometers red and 27.5 kilometers Blue Line rail projects to commence commercial operations between the first quarter of this year and the first quarter of 2023. He also promised to deliver the Immortal Rice Mill, the largest rice mill in sub-Saharan Africa and one of the largest in the world, in the year. On Monday, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu expressed optimism that the fourth quarter of this year's completion time set for the Red and Blue Line rail projects in the state will become a reality. Speaking after an intensive tour of the project sites, which started from Ikeja railway station to Yaba, Ebutemeta, and Marina, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu promised to intensify supervision and monitoring of the projects quarterly to facilitate speedy completion.
Our promise on the blue and the red line are still on course. We're believing that with the contractors coming on a quarterly basis now, on a quarterly basis come and supervise them, we'll ensure that before the end of this year, we'll see the trains on top of these tracks. That's our commitment. and we'll begin to monitor and check ourselves. It's a very, very, very iconic, landmark projects that we're truly proud of, and I want to, on behalf of the government, commend all of our contractors because they are extensively very committed, right?
The 37 kilometers Red Line Rail project, when completed, will link Agbado to Marina, while the 27.5 kilometers Blue Line Rail project will run from Okokomaiko to Marina as part of the intermodal transportation system of the Sanwo-Olu administration in reducing gridlock and ensuring interconnectivity in different parts of the state. This is the second time in the series of the quarterly inspection of the rail projects embarked upon by the governor. While answering questions from governor's office correspondents, Governor Sanwo-Olu hinted that there is plan to relocate the market around the train station at Yaba as government is engaging the concerned stakeholders. After signing the year 2022 budget of 1.758 trillion naira tagged budget of consolidation into law on the 31st of December last year, Governor Sanwo-Olu pledged his administration's commitment towards the completion of all major projects in the state to make life comfortable for all residents. Following the protest by residents of Magodo Phase 2 Estate in Ikosi, Shere Local Council Development Area of the state on Tuesday, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu promised to meet with all parties to resolve the issue with some land grabbers. Governor Sanwo-Olu made a promise when he visited the estate to address the protesting residents. The governor assured the residents that no building will be marked for possession as dialogue will be held with relevant stakeholders to resolve pending issues.
Everybody has one role to play or the other. The people that have come said they were on Supreme Court judgment, rightly so. The residents that are living here also have proper title, and they have the means to live here, and of course the Nigerian police. So in the car, I've spoken extensively with the Inspector General of Police, the Honorable Attorney General, and we've resolved all of the issues.
On Wednesday, Lagos State government assured residents that it will ensure fairness, justice, transparency, and equity in resolving the Magodo Phase 2 land dispute to bring about a win-win situation. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu stated this during a stakeholders meeting with residents of Magodo Phase 2 Estate and police officers from the Office of the Inspector General of Police and members of the cabinet over land grabbing dispute. According to the governor, the committee set up by the state government will begin work soon to identify available plot of lands in Shangisha, and the location will be made in a mutually agreeable location. Governor Sanwo-Olu noted that the escalation of police movement around Magodo will be done, and the peace which the area is known for is assured.
We are not in any disagreement or misconception around the fact that yes, there's a Supreme Court judgment, and it's been resolved that the committee that the state government had set up before now should get to work immediately. Immediately meaning from Friday, they will be working with all of the stakeholders at identifying available plots of land around the Shagisha area.
From that story, we move to this one, which says Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has set up a four-man committee led by the Commissioner for Special Duties, Tayo Bangboshi Martins, as a first step to the implementation of the report submitted by the panel which investigated the collapse of a 21-story structure on Gerald Road in Ikoyi. Other members of the committee are Head of Service Hakim Muri Okunla, Commissioner for Justice and Attorney General Moyosore Onigbanjo, and his agriculture counterpart Adeola Akindele, who is an architect. The governor constituted the committee after receiving the report of the panel at the Lagos House, Ikeja, which was submitted by the chairman of the panel, Toyin Ayinde. Governor Sanwo-Olu said the committee would bring forward a report to be considered by the Lagos State Executive Council, commended members of the Toyin Ayinde-led panel for their commitment and quick response to the assignments given to them by the state government. Speaking earlier, Ayinde expressed hope that the findings and recommendations of the panel's report will be implemented by the government to bring a lasting solution to incidents of collapsed building, not only in Lagos State, but nationally. On Thursday, the All Progressives Congress APC National Reconciliation Committee commended Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu for running an all-inclusive government. The chairman of the Reconciliation Committee, former Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Adamu, gave the commendation when he led other members of the committee on a courtesy visit to Governor Sanwo-Olu at the Lagos House Marina. The committee is on tour of states in the southwest to ensure peace in the party and to reconcile aggrieved members. Welcoming members of the Reconciliation Committee to Lagos, Governor Sanwo-Olu thanked them for taking up the very important assignment, as the committee's term of reference speaks to the real essence of the Constitution and the real essence of party politics and participations.
And I believe that the committee is sufficiently experienced to know how to bridge those bridges and bring all of them together. Because indeed, we need one another. We need ourselves. We need to ensure that what we see that has brought us together continue to unite us. And so I will only just plead that wisdom, patience, is at play. I'm certain that the outcomes of these interventions that you've taken up will be very fruitful. The outcomes will further strengthen unity in the party, and the outcomes will further deepen democracy in our country.
Also, during the week, Lagos State government debunked insinuations that it is allocating land for permanent structures on the Lekki-Ekpe Coastal Road in Etiosa local government area to private developers. Commissioner for Information and Strategy Gbenga Omotosho, while speaking to journalists at the site, said the state government only allowed temporary structures on the land, pending when construction will begin on the coastal road, to prevent people from turning the land into shanties that constitute security threats.
I would like to put it on record here and now that there is no allocation of land here. What we have done is to license people to use this place temporarily. Nobody is permitted to build any structure that is permanent here.
Omotosho was accompanied by the Commissioner for Physical Planning and Urban Development, Idris Salako, assured the people that Lagos State government is not allocating it for development of permanent structures on the coastal road alignment, adding that the outcry and agitations were legitimate. Finally, on the program today, Lagos State government has put machinery in place for effective monitoring and management of the 2022 budget of 1.75 trillion naira to ensure its successful implementation. Speaking during the breakdown of the budget on Friday in Alausa Ikeja, Commissioner for Economic Planning and Budget Sam Egube noted that the budget is made up of 1.167 trillion naira capital expenditure and 591.281 billion naira recurrent expenditure, resulting in a capital to recurrent ratio of 66.34, which is strongly in favor of capital expenditure. According to Egube, focus areas of the budget include investments in infrastructure, construction of 8 stadia across 5 divisions of the state for youth development and community sports, school infrastructure, construction of roads, including 6-lane Lekki-Ekpe Expressway from Eleko Junction to Ekpeti Junction, Okwebi Link Bridge to Maryland, procurement of 62 fire vehicles, and construction of 130-bed new Massey ultramodern and fit-for-purpose pediatric program and emergency general hospital. food security and technology.
May I also use this opportunity to make a passionate appeal to all citizens of Lagos to participate in governance, to speak up, to make suggestions to government, to ensure we pay our taxes, and ensure that we drive the entire system as responsible citizens.
And with that story, we conclude this week's edition of Lagos Update, a program that highlights the activities of the Lagos State Governor and other state events. You can listen to Lagos Traffic Radio on our website www.trafficradio961.ng and follow us on our various social media platforms: Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. On YouTube, subscribe to our channel, Lagos Traffic 961. You can download our app, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM from Play Store for more updates. Thanks to my producer, Babatunde Akinyemi, and studio engineer, Oyeshola Ola, with support from the social media team. The executive producer is Tayo Akunle. I'm Adeola Akindele. Next week is another date. Stay blessed and stay safe.